bacon, egg, sausage, and AI, German philosophy AI, and job disruption AI. Welcome to the Unlimited Supply Podcast, your daily music business TLDR in your ear, powered by humans harnessing AI and not the other way around yet. Unlimited Supply is brought to you by NoDisc, helping music, technology, and finance companies navigate the music industry. It's November 19th, 2024. I'm Lars Murray, and it's Tech Tuesday, so let's geek out on the tech. Truly, our big tech story is the mass adoption of BlueSky over the past week. BlueSky seems to have cracked the code for onboarding users without instantly confusing them, the way previous contenders like Mastodon have, or by stranding them in a vast desert of loneliness like Nowhere, launched earlier this year. Remember Nowhere? I barely do. Other contenders going back to Ello in 2014 and even Threads just haven't caught on. With Twitter frankly not providing value and an election result that has half the country very upset, it looks like the tipping point has been reached for BlueSky. One key element is starter packs, a simple but ingenious framework that solves the social cold start issue. It might be a minute before you see BlueSky's logo appear alongside Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook in everybody's website headers, but this one looks like it has real traction. That said, we've seen blips of adoption fail to stick before, so we won't know for a while if this one does. Reddit set me a reminder to check back on BlueSky in 3 months. Oh yeah, Reddit's been rocking too. Wes Davis has the BlueSky how-to guide over at The Verge. At Web Summit in Lisbon last week, there were acres of space devoted to AI. Background AI, foreground AI, AI assistants, AI CRM, AI chatbots, AI audio, AI video, AI startups, AI upgrades, AI utopians, AI doomers, bacon, egg, and cheese and AI, and even lobster thermidor à crevette with a Mornay sauce served in a Provençal manner with shallots and aubergines, garnished with truffle pâté, brandy, and a fried egg on top, and AI. So, unsurprisingly, we have a few big AI subjects to discuss this week. Suno is shrugging off the lawsuits and launching what it calls V4 of their app. Of course, it's a generative AI music creation platform. Version 4 is aimed at more professional uses, background music for scoring video and film, TikTok, etc., which could prove truly disruptive in the production music industry. We used Suno here at Unlimited Supply as a bit of a prank earlier this year, but if Suno can fight off the lawsuits, or at least settle them with the rights holders, there's a pretty significant industry to be disrupted, or, depending on how you look at it, expanded. Daniel Tencer has the details over at Music Business Worldwide. And over on LinkedIn, the always insightful Unlimited Supply go-to AI watchdog, Virginie Berger of Matchtune, posted an article last week that goes straight to the heart of that kind of disruption. Berger is an informed interrogator of all things AI with a specific focus on music. Her latest post is entitled Generative AI versus Music, Why Licensing is a Dangerous Gamble. And it argues that licensing music to AI models pits music companies against their creators. Looking at generative AI as a labor disruptor, she provides alarming statistics showing AI is already replacing humans in fields like software development and graphic design. With tools like Suno targeting sync and production music, her thesis is clear. I quote, "Licensing agreements with AI companies will not solve these problems. Instead, they'll exacerbate them by legitimizing a system that undercuts human creators at every turn. First, they came for the graphic designers, yada, yada, yada. Then they came for the podcasters, and there was nobody left to speak up. While I'm not sure this is a Niemoller situation yet, I don't think AI can quite nail the mix of Monty Python and German philosophy that fuels today's episode. I've included a link to Niemoller in the show notes. Berger's article is a great starting point for discussing what's at stake and how fast things are moving. And while we're on the subject of philosophy, I want to point you to a recent episode of the Vergecast podcast. The host, David Pierce, interviews Wang, a Stanford professor and co-founder of Smule, who has a deep take on technology and music that might assuage some of our AI fears. He's an interesting cat. He combines computer science and artistic vision. His thesis? Not all software development needs to be practical. It's an important, and all too rare, point of view among engineers. It's also an inspiring listen and a bit of an antidote to what Virginie is laying out. Moving back into meat space, AI hasn't eliminated all the jobs yet, so a couple of key promotions to highlight this morning. Congrats to Kevin Lipson at Republic. The 28-year UMG vet has been promoted to Chief Revenue Officer just in time for a big hit with the Wicked soundtrack. Over at Sony Music, there's a new CEO of Sony Nashville replacing old friend Randy Goodman. It's Taylor Lindsey. It's an internal promotion, always nice to see. It's an A&R person heading a label, also nice to see. And an old friend, Ken Robold, adds president to his COO title, which is nice to see. Support for the Unlimited Supply podcast is provided by RoyFi, offering the lowest rates and fairest terms on advances in the industry. If you're interested in talking to RoyFi about helping your artists grow, hit me directly at lars@nodisc.com. If you want to get Unlimited Supply in your ear daily, follow us wherever you get your podcasts. If you like what you hear, drop us a rating or a review and tell a friend or three. Preferably 5 times, because every development in digital music must be repeated 5 times to sink in. Links to everything we discussed in the show, even the German philosopher and the Monty Python spam sketch, are in the show notes. You can visit unlimitedsupplypod.com or email me at lars@nodisc.com to tell us what you think about the show, to feed us info, to feed us lunch, to challenge us on our dubious assertions, and to tell us what we're missing out on. I'm Lars Murray, and remember, in this business, no conflict usually means no interest. Tomorrow is Viral Wednesday. Talk to you then.